I'm not looking to punish anybody. But I will not add a tax burden, additional tax burden to the middle class in this country. They're already paying enough. I believe what I propose is fair, fiscally responsible, and it raises revenue to pay for the plans I propose and will create millions of jobs that will grow the economy and enhance our financial standing in the country.
It's the president addressing a joint session of Congress last night, making the case for tax hikes on the wealthy to pay for his economic agenda. Jim, you know, we've long said presidents do not make a stock market, but by the numbers and with a lot of help from other sources, Biden's first 100 days have delivered the strongest post-election equity market in at least 75 years. Question is whether that lasts with some of these new proposals.
It's completely counterintuitive. I mean, you would think that these proposals are the kind of things that truly dampen the stock market. But I think that the stock market in the end is much more involved with another branch of the government, which is Federal Reserve. You still get a better return. There was a terrific article today about California and how they're going to have a budget surplus because it matters so much. The stock market matters so much. And I agree with the president in the sense that, wow, the people who are wealthy have to pay their fair share because they're wealthier than ever because of the stock market. So I think that you may think that these have to send the stock market down, but then you think about an Apple or Facebook and you say, well, you know, go ahead, make my day. I mean, I don't know how you take those down. I do think that we also are dealing with, Carl, a little perspective. It's not the absolute worst. It's pretty bad for rich people, but it's not the absolute worst, correct? There have been worse times.
Yes, I think you could say that. A lot of the coverage this morning, Jim, sort of has a big government, big tax, big spending overtone. A lot of comments from the Romneys and the Mansions and the Thunes. I think the quote out of Politico this morning is that the president is trying to force a rhinoceros through a garden hose with given the political limitations in Congress right now.
Yeah, look, I think it's a very good speech if you want to. I don't want to say, you know, sock the rich. That's not right. But if you want to make it so the middle class are not taxed. But, Carl, this one, I don't think you can get through the Senate. And it is pretty radical to spend $6 trillion and not get anywhere near that back from the rich. Just aren't that rich. I mean, there's just not that many of them. But at the same time, I recognize that when you start with an opening offer like this, you're going to end up with something that is very different from what we currently have. Look, I think that people who make over $1 million, if they voted for him, I guess that's what I don't know if they expected.
They better be ready.
Yeah, they better be ready. Yeah, if you make more than $1 million, you're not going to you'll keep 40% of it. If you're in the wrong state.
Looks about that way.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.